welcome to my channel. I'm so happy you're here. So for today's video, I decided to film a Princess Jasmine Halloween makeup tutorial, even though Halloween is tomorrow. So without further ado, let's get started. For primer today, I'm using the NYX Shine Killer Primer, which is supposed to reduce shine so your face stays matte all day. I'm just putting this on my face where it tends to get a little bit greasy. Next, I'm going to be using my EOS lip balm to moisturize my lips. For foundation today, I'm using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD in the shade N170. So I'm just squeezing a couple pumps on the back of my hand and then dotting all over my face. Now, I'm not a lover of foundation, but I love the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation because it's so lightweight and just melts into my skin, if you know what I mean. To blend it all out, I'm going to be using my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, which is a total dupe for the Beauty Blender. I'm just pushing the product into my skin by using bouncing motions with my sponge. So you can see that I'm not using any pulling motions or moving the sponge in any sort of circle. I'm literally just bouncing it all over my face. And this is going to give you that nice flawless airbrush finish that everyone dreams of. Now it's time for the best part, eyebrows. For my brows, I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the color black. First, I like to brush out my brows with a spoolie, then move on to outlining the brows. You can see that I'm using a feathering motion, which basically means to draw small, fine lines to make your brows look as natural as possible. This brow pencil is honestly amazing, guys. It's dual-ended, so you have the spoolie on one side and you have the pencil crayon on the other. And what's so great about this product is that even if you don't have the lightest hand when using it, it's not going to give you super harsh eyebrow. To fill in my brows, I'm going to be using the Hard Candy Brow Powder Duo in the shade Medium Dark. And I'm going to be using the darker shade since Princess Jasmine has some pretty full eyebrows. You can see that one eyebrow looks amazing and the other one looks kind of sad. But anyways, I'm using my Morphe E11 brush, which is basically an angled eyeliner brush. And I'm just using this to pick up some product and brush it through areas where my eyebrow is sparse. To set my brows, I'm using the Maybelline Browdrama Sculpting Brow Mascara in the shade Transparent, and I'm just brushing this through my eyebrows to make sure they stay in place. To prime my eyes, I'm using the primer that comes in the NYC Individual Eyes Eyeshadow Palette, and I'm just brushing this all over my eyes with my finger. Next, I'm going to be using the Annabelle Eyeshadow in the shade 101, which is this beautiful bronzy gold color that I'm just patting all over my eyelid with a flat eyeshadow brush. For my eyeshadow today, I'm using this palette from e.l.f. and you can tell I love it so much. I'm using this bright blue shade, which perfectly matches Jasmine's outfit. I'm just applying this all over the lid of my eye with one of those little spongy brushes you can get from the dollar store, and I'm really trying to pack this color on so that it stands out. Next, I'm going to be grabbing this darker blue shade with a little bit of shimmer in it, and I'm going to be packing that on to the outer corner of my eyelid and just blending it up into the crease so that there are no harsh lines between the blue that's on the eyelid and the blue that's on the outer corner of my eye. And you can see I'm just working that into my eyelids so that it doesn't look so harsh. Next, I'm going to be using this Morphe brush, and I'm just using it to blend in all of the lines so that there's no obviously harsh lines and everything just looks nice and blended. I'm going to be grabbing this black shade from the same e.l.f. palette, and with the same brush that I used to apply the darker blue shade, I'm actually just going to dot that onto the corners, and same thing as I did with the dark blue, I'm going to be blending it into the crease. And I'm not the neatest person with my eyeshadow, so you'll see me here and there just wiping off eyeshadow with my fingers. Once I've blended the black eyeshadow into my crease, you can see that I'm dragging it towards my lash line just to sort of give it a more natural appearance. I like to do this whenever I do a smoky eye, it just makes it look nicer. So I went back in with the blending brush to pick up more of that blue color that I originally put on the eyelid, and I'm just packing that back on to make the colors pop, which you can see here. And eyeshadow complete. For my concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser in the shade Honey, and you can see that I'm just drawing under my eye up to my temples, and I'm just dragging it out underneath my eye in a triangle shape. I'm also going along the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and my forehead. Going back in with my Miracle Complexion sponge, I'm just bouncing it all over my face the same way I did with my foundation to blend out the concealer on my nose, cupid's bow, forehead, and especially under my eyes. Under my eyes, I like to use the tip of the sponge just because I find that I can get into the corner of my eyes, which is kind of hard to do with the other side. I don't know, maybe it's just me. So I'm just using the sponge to blend it all out. To set the concealer, I'm using the Covergirl pressed powder in the shade Translucent Medium. I'm quickly going to go back in with the sponge to make sure there are no creases before I set my under eye. And I'm just brushing the translucent powder out over the concealer to make sure that it doesn't budge at all. For my mascara, I'm using the Rimmel Lash Accelerator Endless in the shade 003, which is Extreme Black. And you can see I'm just putting on mascara, which is not too hard, but sometimes can be really hard actually. I tend to get it all over my face sometimes. So I'm just coating my upper and lower lashes with this mascara. Next, it's time to contour. Yay! We're going to be using this palette that I got in Chicago and I can't for the life of me remember what store it was. And as you can see, I'm just using one of the highlighter shades. I believe it's the champagne-y color one. I'm just using that to highlight under my brows. Next, we're going to be putting on lashes, which is so much fun in my opinion. I'm using the Kiss EverEz lashes, the 5-pack, and it's in the style 01. And I'm using the Ardell Lashgrip eyelash adhesive to use to glue it on. And it's actually really difficult to put eyelashes on camera, so I really struggled with this. Like, I'm sorry guys, but I couldn't do it, so I had to use my side mirror as I was trying to film, and then I'm just pinching my lashes together to make sure that they stay. For contour, I'm going to be using cream contouring, and I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer in the shade Dark Cocoa. I'm just dragging it along my cheekbones, the hollows of my cheekbones actually, along my forehead and under my chin to make my jawline appear sharp. I'm also dragging it along the sides of my nose and the tip of my nose in very thin lines. It's important that you make sure the lines on your nose are thin because if it's thick, it's actually going to make your nose appear bigger than it is, and we don't want that. I also put some concealer under my lower lip to make my mouth look a little bit fuller. And then I took this flat foundation brush and just started blending out all of the lines. To deepen the contour, we're going to go back into the contouring palette and grab the darkest shade, and we're going to drag that along the hollows of our cheeks, along our jawline, and the sides of our nose. Don't forget your forehead. I didn't show it in the clip, but I got my forehead as well. Next, we're going to be blending it out and make sure that there's no harsh lines. We want it all to look nice and seamlessly blended. Now that our false lashes have dried, we're going to go in with the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara and just put a couple of coats of that on. Here I just went in under the lower lash line with some of that blue eyeshadow that we have on our eyelid just to bring the look together, and I'm packing on some more of the blue eyeshadow just to make it stand out. For our eyeliner, we're going to be using the Maybelline Master Precise Eyeliner in the shade Black. And I'm trying to do it as nicely as I can, but the angle of my arm and all of the filming stuff, like it was really difficult guys, but I managed to do it. Beautiful winged eyeliner after many struggles, let me tell you. And for our lip liner today, we're going to be using the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in the color 9, which is Spice, and I'm just outlining my lips. I'm not overlining or anything, just outlining it. Jasmine has a very natural lip color, but it's slightly pink as well, so this was a great shade. And for my lipstick today, I'm using the Rimmel Lasting Finish Lipstick by Kate Moss in the shade 104. It's a really nice, subtle, nudie pink color, and I thought it went great for this makeup look. Now on to the hair. Oh gosh, the hair. So we brush it out. Sorry about my drawer being open, guys. I completely missed that, and it's open for pretty much the rest of the video. Sorry. So I just brushed out my hair, and now I'm grabbing random pieces and just teasing it. I don't have a teasing comb, so I improvised, and I'm using my actual brush to tease sections of my hair. Yes, that is what I'm doing. But you can see that it's kind of working. It worked pretty well actually, and it gave my hair some volume that I needed because Jasmine has really thick hair and I unfortunately have very thin hair. So I'm just gathering all my hair together at the nape of my neck and tying it into a low ponytail. Jasmine has this really cool hairstyle where it's a low ponytail, but it has different sections that are fuller than others. So that's what I'm going to try to recreate here. And basically I'm just going lower down on my ponytail and grabbing a section of hair and tying it off. Then I'm splitting that section and pulling the ponytail through it. And then to make it even fuller, I'm pulling the hair tie up a little bit higher to just give it that voluminous effect that Jasmine has. And I can only do this 2 times. I don't have as much hair as Jasmine does, so I can't do it 3-4 times like she does. And I found that my ponytail was a little bit loose, so I just re-tied it here to make it tighter. And then I'm going to be pulling it out a little bit to make it more voluminous and full to give the appearance of thicker hair when I sadly don't. Now it's time for jewelry, and this necklace I actually got at Urban Planet a few years ago and it was perfect for this costume. What's even more perfect are these earrings, which are tiger earrings, which is perfect because Jasmine had a pet tiger, Raja. And this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had so much fun making it, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe below. I hope to see you guys in future videos, but for now, see you later!